Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks since I did cosplay stream because last week was a little bit hectic and work schedules were a little bit busy. So last week's cosplay stream was canceled because of the D&D stream needed a rescheduling because of work schedules. Um, with that said, we're back. We're going to work on the shamisen for Bonsai's shamisen is what we're going to be continuing on working on tonight. Um, hey, Sweet Eyes, welcome back. It's been a while. Glad you could make it tonight. Yeah, life does get crazy. I hope you've been able to follow the stuff that I put on YouTube because everything that I stream gets put on YouTube. So you get to get the live interactive experience. As opposed to just watching it on YouTube. And I hope you are able to watch some of the other stuff, like the the game streaming on Tuesdays, where I do Team Up Tuesdays with fellow friends, and we play co-op games, which we started off in October with Terror Tuesdays, which now evolved to Team Up Tuesdays. And then, of course, there's the D&D streams on Wednesday nights. They should still be on Wednesday nights, but like last week, things got a little bit hectic with work schedules as the holidays start rolling in. This week will not be a continuation of the main campaign. It will actually be a one-shot. Really looking forward to this. I actually whipped up a quick minute-and-a-half video for it because some of the players don't know what I'm playing and the DM does. So made a little fun video. If you come and watch the stream on Wednesday, you'll get to see that. Also, let's see. Monday stream, Tuesday stream. Yeah. So this is all, of course, for AUSA. And for AUSA, I've got 2 cosplays lined up. And now AUSA is the first weekend of December. Pull up my calendar real quick. Yes. No, second weekend of December. So December 8, 9, and 10 up in DC will be a Anime USA, AUSA. I've got 2 cosplays planned for that. On Friday will be Bonsai, which is I've been working on because there's a group Gintama gathering, and so that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. And there'll be a lot of fun, group photos and whatnot. So that's what this is all for. And then Saturday, I'll be wearing Ginoza from Psychopath because Dominator. I try to get that out as often as I can. So that is the current lineup for AUSA. There might be a 3rd costume in the works. It all depends on whether the item arrives in the mail. Because I ordered it from China and it was beginning of this month. It's supposed to arrive beginning of next month. So literally the Monday before AUSA is when it's supposed to arrive in the mail from the email notification that I got. We'll see. If it arrives, I might wear it to AUSA. If not, I actually was planning on wearing it for MagFest. So we'll see. We'll see. Because it's also been a while, I also have the latest RT box to open. So there's that. So it's a little overdue, but we'll do the unboxing first, get that out of the way, and then move on to the cosplay. So let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, okay, that's different. Normally there's no packaging. Let me change the camera. Normally there's no packaging material, which means something might be fragile in here. Yeah, something is probably most definitely fragile. Because this is foam. Oh! Okay, so this is the Halloween box. Kind of wish I'd opened this sooner. It's a Torchwick candle. Ruby pumpkin spice. So yeah, candle. What do we have here? Rooster, spooky. A grim skull shirt. Oh, this is nice. I like this one. So nice little t-shirt. I will definitely enjoy this one. Actually, I'm gonna wear this for tomorrow's stream because we're continuing our playthrough of Ruby Grim Eclipse. So I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. Alright. 5 Nights at Rooster Teeth Magnet. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Right there. So 5 Nights, and this is a magnet. Not a very good one. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, not autographed this time. So the next Ruby trading card, or not Ruby trading card, Rooster Teeth box. Some of them get autographed, some of them don't. Don't think this one's autographed this time. I think the past 2 ones I had were autographed. Okay, so I got some codes here. I'll save those for later. And then this extra life stuff. Okay, sorry, just got something going on over here with computer stuff. Alright, what's next? I already pulled that out. Okay. So this is a 2 spooky pin. This is the double gold pin. Pin of the one and only Skull Blade. Not sure what that means. So, but yeah, pin. And then they're doing papercraft stuff. So what's this? They don't. Oh, this is Blake. Okay. Last week was Yang, or not last week. Last month was Yang. Okay. Not a big fan of the paper crafts, but that's fine. So definitely the shirt. Candle's cool. Magnet's alright. Papercraft, eh. Pins, eh. And then the card. Okay, cool. So that's kind of cool. So I'm actually going to leave the shirt out so I remember to wear that tomorrow. For stream. Stream on Tuesday starting at 8 o'clock. We'll be continuing Ruby Grim Eclipse with Saiyan, Flex, and Jejo along with myself. and I'll wear that shirt. And we left off on chapter 6. So, with that, alright, so I've actually worked on the shamisen a little bit. So, as you can see, there we go. This has already been done, but what I've been working on was actually up here. So now I know that these pieces up here are not supposed to look like this, but short of actually getting the equipment, I just had to do makeshift stuff and hope for the best. So we have these little dowel rods that I made and cut some holes in, so that I can put these guys in like this, and then like that, and there you have it. So there's that. And then I've got to string it up. And what I'm going to try and do is have one string like this, and then I'll take 2, twine it together to make it a little, and then take 3, twine it together. So it looks like a thin, a medium, and a thick string. Okay, so the question was, what's my favorite character to play in Grim Eclipse? My favorite character to play in Grim Eclipse is actually Nora. She has her attack combinations, and if you rig her up just right, she can actually take out Beowulfs in one combination. In like 3 or 4 hits, you can take out a Beowulf. She has a very good heavy attack, and her team attack abilities are devastating for AoE. So when I'm playing solo, I usually will play Nora. However, with the gaming stream, I played Jean. Last stream I played Jean. I'll probably be playing Jean tomorrow because he is still good with he's good with buffing and creating team attacks. And both Flex and Saiyan have not really played the game that much. In fact, it's Flex's first time playing the game. It's going to be Saiyan's first time playing the game. I say first, sort of, because she did play it a little bit, but that was only the first chapter. Everything else after that, she's experiencing for the first time, short of watching other people play. So in that case, I was basically being the buffer so that I can generate a lot of team attacks so that they can get the experience points and level up quickly. So I'll be playing Jean for the most part. J-Jo will be doing J-Jo stuff. She bounced around with Pyrrha, I think Blake, and Lai Ren last week. You're more than welcome to watch the video. It's already posted on the YouTube channel. Look for Team Up Tuesdays or Terror Tuesdays. It's in that playlist on my YouTube channel. But one of the characters I used to play a lot was Blake, mainly because of the fact of I've actually been playing Grim Eclipse since the inception almost. Not from the very beginning, but pretty darn close, when it was a game created by just the person before he was even hired. I got a chance to play it. So in a sense, I got to play it in the alpha stages and the demo stages. I was actually a beta tester for Grim Eclipse. I signed up for it, got in, and was given a code and a process and everything to beta test the earlier renditions of Grim Eclipse, and played it, and then I had to fill out a form and submit feedback and whatnot. So I've been doing that for quite some time. So I've been playing it for quite some time, which has resulted in me, when it first was finally released and everything, I have since beaten the game. I have gotten to Hunter rank 10. If you've played the game, you know what that means. I'm at Hunter rank 10. All 8. Yes, I even got the Juniper DLC. So all 8 characters are at level 10, maxed out, everything unlocked, and all the achievements, including the horde mode stuff. So I have played that game inside and out, through and through. So replayability is good, but now I've gotten to the point where there's nothing for me to do but just basically just to play the game, playing the game just to play the game without worrying about achievements or unlocking anything and whatnot. So I'm basically playing with my friends, which is the whole purpose of Team Up Tuesdays, to spend time doing co-op games with hanging out with friends and doing crazy stuff, like with Ultimate Chicken Horse, we did 2 weeks ago. So that's a very long-winded answer to your question, Sweet Eyes. It would be the people I prefer playing would probably be, in no particular order. I'm just listing this in the order that I mentioned. Nora, Jean, Blake, and Weiss. And I didn't mention Weiss, but the reason why I like playing Weiss is because she has the ranged attacks that basically are seeking ranged attacks. So, yeah. That's the long-winded answer to that. So, what I'm going to do is try to get this all prepped, get the stringing ready. Now, there is a knot on the bottom for this, for the strings to attach to. I have since looked at it and realized it's kind of complicated and I have to learn it. So I'm probably going to do that off stream and just do all that off stream. And if it proves to be too complicated, I'll try to fudge it as best I can and fake it. Because that's just the part that's not as consequential. Because I do have the rope for it. I just have to make it. With that in mind, we're going to have to string all, I'm going to at least measure out the string for what I need to do that. And then what I need to do is probably figure out how to do the attachments for these pegs, because I'm realizing that once I put these in, that's pretty much it. Because I pretty much have to glue them in. There you go. So, gotta figure that all out. And then also, what I'm going to do is, I have to do the back side of this. This side should not be open like this. It actually should be covered. And so all I'm going to do is put a cover on this like I did the front side. The only difference is this one's glued on, this side won't be. And the reason why is, since this is hollow and I don't actually know how to play, I'm going to put a speaker in here and then have it play music. So, and I mentioned this before, that I'm making a shamisen shaped speaker. So I still have to do the wiring for all that, but what I'm going to do is just go ahead and make a cover, and it'll just kind of be like a Velcro thing. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to go ahead and detach all these pieces so that it's a little bit more manageable to work with. And just like we did with this piece, like this side, we're just going to go ahead. Here's my piece right here. I'm going to just simply lay it flat and draw. Okay, and there we have it. Scissors. So we're just going to cut this out, and then we'll set this up. Uh, the only musical instrument that I have ever played in my life. Actually, no. I actually have to correct myself now. So I played the recorder in elementary school. That was probably my first musical instrument. Well, I had a general. The music program growing up in my elementary schools was decent. They actually at least taught you basic notes like A, B, C, and whatnot. So like, if I know the general notes on an instrument, I can play really simplistic songs like "Mary Had a Little Lamb" and "Hot Cross Buns" kind of things on a xylophone, piano, recorder. So that's pretty much it. The only other so I would say recorder, but like everyone in elementary school growing up for me did that. So there's that. The only other musical instrument I can think of that I did was actually, yeah, like pretty much every kid growing up in elementary school, middle school, whatever, played the recorder. So yeah, that was my formal training. The only other training in a musical instrument that I ever did was actually the lion drum. And I say lion drum, it's the big giant singular drum that they use for the lion dance, for with Chinese New Year or anything. Like you see those lion dancers, you hear that big drum. I was taught very simplistic beats for that because the martial arts school that I was in was part of a parade, and so they taught me at least the basics to do the drum one year, and so I still have that in my head. It's not that hard. It's I already messed it up. And that's pretty much it. For those, the audio is probably gonna go crazy with that, but it's a simple beat, and basically I just had to do that over and over. It's a very traditional beat that you just hear over and over and over again, and I had to do that for pretty much the majority of the parade. There was other things like that you could do for transitionings and whatnot to intersperse it, which I did, but the majority was just that, the dum 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 dum. So yeah, that was the thing. I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, I still have that beat in my head, and I know how to do it. But that's it. In terms of any kind of musical instruments, I had the very aggressive thought process of learning how to play the shamisen for AUSA. but I couldn't find I couldn't find a shamisen cheap enough to actually learn how to play, because an actual shamisen is like $300+. Uh, and then so I didn't have that money, and then also trying to find someone who could teach me, which I couldn't, which was unfortunately I could not find, or if I did, it was in there was a scheduling conflict. I couldn't spend the time to go out there and learn. So basically, it had to be if I was going to do it, it kind of had to be self-taught. And so, but I had to get the shamisen first, and because this was if I had actually learned how to play it, I would have just gotten a regular shamisen. But since I didn't know how to since I didn't get a chance to learn, oh, okay, the magnet fell. Since I didn't get a chance to learn, I decided to just opt for something relatively cheap, and then just, as you see, I'm just kind of, it's the basic frame, and I'm just trying to hack together some pieces to make it look authentic. So that is my musical background. So yeah, getting back to this. So if I do ever get the opportunity to learn how to play the shamisen, I would love to, but that is neither here nor there. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So I've got these little Velcro pieces that I'm gonna just kind of stick to this guy. The soft side. My camera isn't talking. Oh, so there's a sync issue. Okay. Alright, well, I'm glad that worked itself out. And so now it looks like it's covered on both sides, but this side should just pop off. And voila. So now and the hair. I don't understand the hair. Not sure what you mean there by hair. But I'm glad everything seems to be syncing now, so. Okay, so with that done, we can go ahead and put that aside. And go ahead and put this back together. So let's see here. Trying to make room for all this. This is a very long item. I have limited space, sort of. Alright. So this was going to be one string. And I made that relatively long. So I'm going to go ahead, and for this one it's going to be relatively easy because I'm just going to make this double length, fold it in half, and then twist it. Not a problem, not a problem. You should invite your friend to the stream. More the merrier. And then just for good measure, I'm going to do a third one. So make it extra long. So that way when I twist this all up, I'll have excess. And I'd rather have too much than not enough. This is getting all tangled up, so I want to go ahead and fix this now before it gets... Oh, this is going to get really nasty. Too late. That's already... Okay, that's... We're going to deal with that later. This should be my single short one. Yep. Okay, that's my single short one. And this is going to be... this is where it's going to get really tedious because I've got to basically twist this piece of string so it looks like one string. And I've got a long way to go. If I knew of a quicker way to do this, I would. I can think of a way to do it, but I'm not. Mainly because I don't think I can do it. So now is a good time to ask questions as I do this. Although I probably could have been answering those questions earlier and doing this, but oh well. So I don't know. I don't know if that looks thick enough. This might be a moot point. That's kind of depressing. You know, I'm going to go ahead and start this over again. The use of makeup and special effects prosthetics, I haven't really had a cosplay that requires it, and even so I actually have to be very careful with makeups. I don't know if I have it now, but when I was a little kid, I actually reacted very poorly to Halloween makeup. Granted, it was Halloween makeup. So I've tended to avoid makeup, but at the same time, I'd be willing to try it again. But at the same time, it's kind of, I haven't really had a cosplay that required it. And I'm trying to think of a faster way to do this. Or whether or not I should do it at all, because just... Yeah, I was allergic to Halloween makeup. Or I don't even know if it was Halloween makeup. It was... I think it was like my mom's makeup or something like that. When I was a little kid, we decided, like, my mom wanted to make me a mouse or something like that. So you had like the little nose and the little whiskers drawn on my face. Went trick-or-treating and then came home and went to go wipe off the makeup, and you could still see where the makeup was, but instead of black marks it was pink puffy skin. So it wasn't like a dangerous reaction or anything. It was just a reaction, like a rash or something like that. You know, I'm not convinced that this is comparatively thicker. What do you think, chat? Well, no, on the camera it shows up a little bit thicker. I could do that. Alright, we're going to... Alright. Now I have to untangle this. Ugh. Where's the end? There it is. Okay, good. Because I have so much of this yellow string, we are going to untangle it a little bit. Oh my goodness. It's all tangled. So I'm going to make another length of this. So that should be the proper length. Just want to double check. It is not. I'm going to do that looks better. Yay. Okay. So 3 string is what we're going to do. Now, before we continue, what I'm going to do is knot it. Just so. Okay. Actually, I have a drop ceiling. So actually I can do this. No, I said I did say questions is a good time. Random questions are fine. Do you prefer horror? Do I prefer horror or romance movies? Uh, Neither. I'm not much of a horror or romance movie person. I can sit through them. I can watch them. They're just not my thing, I suppose. Um, I prefer dramas and actions and whatnot. So, what I'm going to do now. Which is kind of odd because like one of my favorite games is Dead by Daylight, which is a horror game. Which again, shameless self promotion. You can watch me play that game along with my friends. On previous, we did it twice. Yeah, we did it twice for the Tuesday game streams. Again, you can watch that on YouTube. Oh, this makes life so much easier having a drop down ceiling so I can actually like hang stuff on it and then just do this. And I'm not trying to be too particular about it since it's not actually designed to be that musical to begin with. I just needed to make it look a little bit thicker. Oh, this is beautiful. This is working. It's working. Oh. Well, I mean, the Tuesday game streams were only we started like I said we started that back in October, beginning of October. So there's only 7 or so episodes to watch, and they're 2 hours long. They're 2 hours each. So so not that hard to catch up on for those. The D&D streams, those are a little bit longer. Well, actually, those they started out close to 3 hours. They've since kind of worked their way down to like 2 hours or so. I gotta drop down because I'm getting low. I mean, you can see that. That's kind of cool. And comparatively speaking, yeah, it's a little bit thicker. So, but yeah, so that's kind of how things are. What's this? We got an active chat. Okay, remember that time when you did those live action Ruby Baby Blake videos? Did you provide the costume for Baby Blake? No, those are actually just because Baby Blake is very closet cosplay style. We were able to just have stuff around the house, around my friend's house, just had the wardrobe already, so that wasn't that hard to do. The hard part was the shoes, trying to match the shoes. Okay, so that. Okay, so I don't need. Obviously, this string is very large, and it is substantially more than what I need. But if I let go of this, it's going to untangle or unwind itself. So what I need to do is I'm going to tape that down. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to keep that. So what I'm going to do is actually use glue. I'm gonna go ahead and run glue up and down this string, a light layer of glue, so that way it'll try to hold everything in place. I don't know if that'll work, but we're gonna give it a try. So let me grab my glue. And let's see. Oh, we got a couple of people in chat. Hello, Big Billy and Gandalf. What's up? So you can see what's going on. Like I said, I have a drop ceiling, so basically what I'm just doing all I'm doing is taking some glue, putting it on my fingers, and then just running it up and down the string so it absorbs it and holds that twist I put into it. Okay. So that's the glue. I glued that one. So that's one string. Let's see how it compares to thickness. Yeah, there's a slight thickness difference. So that's cool. Alright, so this was 3. I'm gonna need more. Let me just go ahead and, for now, wipe this glue off my fingers as that dries. And we'll go ahead and make the third and final string. But first, let's untangle this mess, because I can't do anything if this is all tangled up. This is what I have to deal with. This tangled. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to partially answer your question. I do have siblings, yes, and I'll just leave it at that. Alright, so part of the stream is me untangling this mess that I made. Urgh. Where are we on? Oh, okay. Well, we are actually at 8:30. So that's an hour long on the stream for cosplay that I normally do. But just because we're having such a good time, I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit longer. Plus the fact, I think some of that time was taken up from... Uh-oh. Some of that was just the unboxing. So I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit longer just because we've got some people in the chat and it's been a while. As I now untangle this mess. The thing is, I don't... Okay, just so... We're going to use this. Do I still do parkour? Not as much as I used to. I just haven't had the time. That's also why you don't see any more live action stuff. part of the reason why I don't do the live action Ruby series anymore was the people that used to help me with it, the filming and everything. Uh, Life caught up with them too, so I couldn't film by myself. Really? Okay, let's try that again. I'm trying to spool it all on here so it's not tangled up, but it keeps wanting to unwind itself. There we go. And this is getting tedious. Maybe I will end the stream on this note. Oh no, I mean it's nothing bad that happened to them. They One of them went to college and the other joined the military. And so the one that went off to college, like they well, one of them, it's actually, well, he was in college when we were doing it, but he transferred schools. And when he transferred schools, he moved away. He actually just he finished. He's since finished now, and he actually moved back. So there's that. But the other one, he, like I said, he joined the military. So nothing bad happened to them. It's just they they had to leave, and I was. I'm actually still kind of in the middle of job hunting, as it were. I do mostly part-time stuff. So that is the society we live in. As I try to continue to untangle this, and I brought this on myself. This mess. I brought it on myself. Yeah, yeah. We're making progress. Well, I'm pretty much going to be doing this for the rest of the night, so um, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Um, for everyone, thanks for stopping by for the cosplay stream. Um, come back tomorrow, 8 o'clock my time. So that's East Coast time. So whatever that may be for your time. Um, well, J-Joe, Saiyan, Flex, and I will be playing the second half of Ruby Grim Eclipse. So see you all guys next time.